explain that to us tonight.
I think a lot of Americans want explaining from both Biden and perhaps we'll hear some answers from Ryan as well. But I have to be specific when it comes to the administration because that's what I'm asking about. And so I'm sure you've seen this, but I'm going to do this for our viewers. We have put together a montage of, administration officials, CNN, ABC, Univision, in the 2 weeks after those 4 Americans were killed. Take a look.
Our current best assessment, based on the information that we have at present, is that, in fact, what this began as was a spontaneous, not a premeditated, response to what had transpired in Cairo.
What we do know is that the natural protests that arose because of the outrage over the video were used as an excuse by extremists to see if they can also directly harm U.S. interests.
What happened in Benghazi was a terrorist attack, and we will not rest until we have tracked down and brought to justice the terrorists who murdered 4 Americans.
It was reported that people just went crazy and wild because of this anti-Muslim movie, or anti-Muhammad, I guess, movie. But then I heard Hillary Clinton say that it was an act of terrorism. Is it? What do you say?
Well, we're still doing an investigation. There's no doubt that the kind of weapons that were used, the ongoing assault, that it wasn't just a mob action.
It was a terrorist attack is because a group of terrorists obviously conducted that attack on the consulate.
Stephanie, 4 days after, people within the president's own administration were calling it a terrorist attack. We saw him on The View. The president, asked point blank, and he said they're still investigating. How do you explain that?
Well, we are still investigating. In fact, we are today still investigating. And, there are 2 things that, as soon as that attack occurred, 2 things. One, getting to the bottom of that attack, to figuring out exactly what happened and bringing those people to justice. And that's what the administration has been focused on. What you saw there is that the administration giving you their best intelligence, what their best intelligence were telling them of what was happening on the ground. And had we had any different information, we would have put it out. We would have told the American people what we knew. And, in terms of the politicization of this, we are here at a debate, and I hope we get to talk about the debate. But the entire reason that this has become the political topic it is, it's because of Mitt Romney and Paul Ryan. It's a big part of their stump speech, and it's reckless and irresponsible
but
of what
Stephanie,
they're doing.
this is national
we are
security.
At a debate, and they need to.
As we witnessed this revolution last year,
it is absolutely national security.
It is absolutely pertinent. People in the American, within the American public, absolutely have a right to get answers. Specifically,
right.
if I can,
absolutely.
let me, and I do want to get to the debate, I promise. But let's just throw the politics out of it, because I want you to hear the words from a mother. This is the mother of Sean Smith. He was the computer specialist at the consulate in Benghazi, father of 2. She went on with Anderson Cooper last night, and she told our audience she doesn't even know how her son died 1 month later.
I look at TV and I see bloody handprints on walls, thinking, my God, is that my son's? I don't know if he was shot. I don't know. They haven't told me anything. They're still studying it. And the things that they are telling me are just outright lies.
Stephanie, she said, the president, the vice president, secretary of defense, secretary of state, all came up to her after her son's death and said they will get to the bottom of this. She cried on the president's shoulder. I mean, Stephanie, I know you're not speaking for the State Department, and I know your job is to put a lot of spin out there, but how do you explain this to just people, to Americans, 26 days to go, who are on the fence over who to vote for?
Well, first of all, you're right. I can't speak for the administration. I'm on the other side now. I'm on the campaign. And my job may be to spin, Ashley, but it's also to put the facts out there. And we put the facts out there every, I'm sorry, Brooke, and we put the facts out there every step of the way. I have great sympathy for that mother who lost her son. I don't know about the conversations that have occurred, and I do need to leave that to the State Department.
Let's focus on tonight.